Hey, this is CB Ahern again. I figured I'd just record another little video to fill you in on my personal situation and let you know what's been happening and why I have not been keeping up the output as maybe I could have been. So, what precipitated me beginning writing political articles and subsequently creating YouTube videos. I broke up with my ex of 7 years a few months ago, and I have been a writer, but I have just lacked motivation in the time we were together because I was so, shall we say, overwhelmed with the situation. I don't want to get into like details of how my life has been and personal stuff related to that relationship. Maybe I will a little bit, or maybe I'll wait until future videos to get into that because a lot of the stuff I have been thinking about has been precipitated, even caused by how my life had been over the past few years since I was with her. I recently released the video Toxic Femininity, and obviously a big part of that is from the insight that I gained over the course of that relationship. I feel like that I was used, and obviously things were a lot more complicated than that, and I'm not claiming to be some victim because it went both ways, the shit giving and the shit eating. But at the same time, I feel largely like I was used and that I invested a huge amount of time into building her up, into teaching her usable skills, into helping her create a business, which then she took as her own and then fucked off and cheated on me, but also is fucking somebody else now with the life that I gave her and the abilities that I am partially responsible for. So I don't want to sound like I'm a whiny cunt because already, like, when I start to talk about this, I'm like, oh, shut up, you asshole. You just sound bitter. But I am. But that's beside the point. You know, I'm bitter about the relationship, but since I have left the relationship, I have been feeling motivated unlike ever before. I have been thinking clearly. I have been focused, and I have had more time to myself to be more productive and to do more with. But can't say I'm not hard done by. Can't say I'm not upset about it. I can't say I'm not feeling the shockwaves of difficulty that have resulted from the end of that relationship and the associated complications. But I don't want to focus on that. So for now, let's not. If you have questions and give a shit and want to actually engage me more and ask me some things and create new talking points for future videos so I can just riff, because I have been creating videos where I'm writing scripts and doing voiceovers and editing videos, which I fucking hate. I hate editing videos. It takes loads of time. I don't mind writing scripts because I like to write and I'm good at writing, and the end result is polished and nice and something I can be proud of. But at the same time, it's a lot of work, and I don't feel I'm getting the right amount of attention or feedback. Right amount of attention. I'm not getting a sufficient amount of feedback for me to feel satiated and sufficiently encouraged by that. But I guess I'm new to this and I need to build an audience and keep regular output going and just keep myself motivated and create sufficiently so that I can accumulate an audience over time. But at the same time, that is difficult and very demanding. And with my life in disarray, as it has been rather challenging. And my God, I'm getting shut down and censored at every outlet, every opportunity, every place I am like posting my content, I am getting shut down. I have gotten multiple accounts deleted from Reddit, got banned from so many subreddits, and it's all meaningless because I post things that the moderators don't like. They just ban me. Like, there is no argument about it, there is no rule breaking. It's just they don't like what I have to say. So, kaboom, they shut me down. I got banned from Twitter also, and that was, I put way too much time into that Twitter account, and I am, as a result, feeling not motivated enough to create another Twitter account for myself because I don't know how many hours I spent on that, trying to interact, trying to build a following, and okay, I had gotten a decent number of followers for a new content producer, but at the same time, it's just the amount of work I put in to get 700 followers, most of whom don't give a shit about anything I say. I mean, fuck, it just does not seem like a valuable enough use of my time. And I tried to create other accounts, and I need a phone number. Like, you can't even create a Twitter account with an email address anymore. I mean, you need a phone number, and then if there is any problem with your account, like once ever, you can't verify, or if you can't verify with your phone number, so you can't use the same number for multiple accounts, then you're just shut down and you can't use Twitter. It is so tyrannical. It is so controlling. It is so typical of a social media platform run by a Saudi prince, I guess. We can't expect too much when it's owned by Wahhabist Muslims, now can we? No, no, we can't. That would be foolish to be optimistic about being able to engage in behavior that requires freedom of speech on a Muslim controlled media platform. So let's not delude ourselves. Yeah, Twitter is useful. Okay, fair enough. But at the same time, it's run by scumbags. It's profiting scumbags. Our interactions are highly controlled, and we can be shut down. Kaboom. In an instant. Yeah, okay, that wasn't the best finger click, but it worked out okay, and that was a left-handed click, so I'm slightly ambidextrous. I'm not perfectly ambidextrous, so especially with the finger clicking, I can do it much better with the right hand, but I digress. That is an aside. So yeah, I've been shut down on social media. I've been shut down over and over and over again on Reddit. I'm wondering, where the hell am I even going to post my articles from now on? Where am I going to post my productions such that it's worth my while actually creating? Because it's hard to reach people, and it takes so much time to create something of at least decent quality, which I feel most of what I produce is at least decent quality. But it's just, I'm shut down every turn at the slightest hint of an unpopular opinion. And engaging people, yeah, okay, I like engaging people in argumentation, but when you are the OP, when you are the writer of the article, when you are the producer of the video, it's not just all the time that you put into coming up with the ideas and actually producing something meaningful, but if you want to attempt to defend your productions, it's not it's not even that you have honest and open disagreements with people that do not share your point of view. It's that you just get loads of people shitting all over everything you say if it has a hint of anything they don't like. And they're not even willing to read your article most times. I mean, what happened on Reddit, especially with my my article on the UN Migration Pact, everywhere I posted it, it would be attacked, but they would not disagree with any points made in the article. They would just attack the title of the article. So one, I wouldn't be getting clicks. Two, we wouldn't actually be talking about anything of real substance because it was all just nitpicking about the title of the article, and it was just misrepresentation regardless. Like, I mean, the title of the article was the treasonous UN migration pact, something like that. And then, like, 80-90% of the arguments I had, people were just fucking nitpicking the definition of the term treasonous, which was perfectly valid because treason is doing something that is not in the interest of the state that the actors supposedly representing the state are doing. So, yeah, if we have members of the Irish government signing away Irish sovereignty to the United Nations or the European Union, as relevant, if not a lot more relevant, dare I say, then that's treasonous. It just is by definition, but you just get dickheads nitpicking over the smallest issue that they're fucking 100% wrong on anyway, and they just get hung up on the one point and they won't accept anything you say. They won't accept any definition you give them from any source, and just everything you say is disregarded. And it just feels like I'm wasting my time trying to argue with these people, and I put in so much time trying to produce solid arguments that are not something that's easily taken apart, and I know I achieve that, and that's why these people are taking these weak points of view to try to shit on me just to misrepresent what I'm saying, because that is all they can do anyway. I mean, seriously, like, the left is 100% defined by misrepresentation, by strawman arguments that just, they're not semantically meaningful, and then they act like you're wrong, and not just that you're wrong, that you're a dick for even thinking or saying what you have to think or say. So it becomes a moral judgment of ideas that they didn't even read. They don't understand them. If they did, they didn't read them because they can't represent them well. And if they did understand them, then they're intentionally misrepresenting them. So it's like, what the fuck is even the point? I mean, you put hours and hours into researching, you put hours and hours into creating a solid, meaningful argument, and it doesn't matter. They don't care. They'll find their angle to shit on you no matter what, no matter how solid your argument, no matter how much research you've put in, no matter how infallible any point you have is, no matter what. If they don't like it, it is shit, and you are shit, and they will make you suffer, and they will call you names because you think what you think, and you said what you said. So it's just like, you can't win. I mean, literally, you try your best, you do your research, you have your evidence, you've worked very hard to develop your critical faculty, oh so hard. You study philosophy fucking years. Doesn't matter. All these pissant little 9-year-olds consider themselves socialists or whatever. So everything you say is wrong, and you're just a bad person for thinking what you think. So, my God, my God, shit can be frustrating. Shit can be annoying. And, well, I've just been feeling somewhat demotivated. I need support. People, fucking help me. Fucking help me. I'm on the verge of poverty. I live with my family. I have fucking nothing. Seriously, I had a life before when I was with my ex. She was doing well for herself after years and years of coddling and help from me. And in that time, I let my fucking life completely go by the wayside because I was so invested in this person. And now, ooh, out the other end of the relationship, who's fucked? This guy. This guy. This guy is fucked. He's in a bad situation, but I have abilities. Like, I'm not stupid. Survival of the fittest, my ass. My ass. Survival of the lucky. Survival of the weasels. Survival of the manipulative, tricky, self-concerned, selfish pieces of shit. Okay? Survival of the fittest, my fucking ass. It's not about how smart you are. It's not about your abilities. It's not about how strong you are. It's not about how well you can fuck somebody up. It is about how willing you are to deceive, manipulate, and use others to your benefit with utter apathy. So, recently, I've been feeling a little distracted, demotivated, whatever. But people, I'm here. I'm willing to act. I am willing to be the person to take a stand and make some noise. But I have no support. I have no money. I have a very small audience. I don't know what to do. If you have any suggestions, what I can do, how I can reach more people, I fucking 2019, I am taken to the streets. I have a couple of people willing to help me. I need more people willing to help me. I need people willing to pay for fucking banners. So if I'm gonna stand in the city with a sign that says Islam is a bad house guest, something like that, that's just off the top of my head. Globalism is stealing our country out from under us, you know? I will literally stand in any fucking city around this country shouting my head off about the ills that are developing here and what is going wrong to the best of my ability. I am willing to do that, but I need people willing to show support. I need people willing to help me out. I need people willing to get or make me banners and join me and help me find an audience, because I know there are a lot of people who want someone to take the first step, want somebody to be the loudmouth idiot like, hey, I can be, who will be willing to put himself in danger, to take a stand, to say what needs to be said in this bullshit day and age of deception and where mendaciousness is king. You need somebody willing to take a stand, and I am very much willing to be that somebody. This is a funny story. What was it? 2 days before Christmas, I happened upon a local socialist, what are they called? Workers' Solidarity fucking party. Some bullshit. Some socialist fucking little shits anyway. So anyway, I was in the city by myself, and it being around Christmas and me having been ditched recently by my ex, who's now fucking somebody else and still driving the car that I paid for. Anyway, I digress. I saw a socialist solidarity movement demonstration, so I went over because I don't like them, and they had their little fucking obnoxious red fist banners. Really well made. Did George Soros pay for those, you little shits? Anyway, I just started going, boo, socialism, boo, because I obviously don't like socialism and think socialists are misguided and silly, and I do not want that in my city. My city, it's being invaded by people from why the fuck are they here land, and from people from what the fuck are they thinking land, which a big demographic making up that community is the socialists. So anyway, I started going, boo, socialism. And then, like, one of them fucking said something to me, and they started marching. Because they were, like, marching down the street, all, like, what, 10 of them or something. But anyway, I don't care how many of them, they're socialists. So that if I'm in the mood, I'm gonna harass them. I'm gonna counter-protesting. Hey, not harassment, okay? It's free speech. It's free speech. But either way, I don't like them, and fuck you, socialists. Yeah, anyway. So as they marched, I walked behind them shouting, socialism is a failed ideology. Over 100 million dead in the 20th century alone under socialism. Joseph Stalin, Chairman Mao, Pol Pot. This is what these people represent. Just all off the cuff, all off the top of my head, just like shouting as loudly as I could. And then they started like doing their little militant chants. Like, I don't know what the hell they were chanting, but you know, the sort of thing. Racist, sexist, anti gay, something, something, KKK. You know, but not that exactly, but you know, the same stupid shit that the American little socialist libtards shout. But I was, you know, following them a good 5 or 10 minutes, and I was surprised because like the city was really busy, and a lot of people were like, "Yeah, right on." When looking at me, like, because I'm a bit of a pariah and a weirdo and a social outcast, so I don't know how many people are at all fond of me or not overcome with dislike of me in the city. But like, I give a shit. People are stupid and judgmental, and I accept that, and I know it well. So anyway, as I was doing that, following these socialists, shouting at them, one of them was filming me, and then one of them with a good camera like snapped some pictures of me afterwards. I'm like, oh, am I on a list now? Are Antifa going to be giving me a visit at some point? Am I have to be looking behind my shoulder every day out of fear I'm going to get jumped by some commie thugs? Oh, boo hoo! Seriously, bring it, you fucking pussies. If you want to target me because I disagree with you, if you want to target me because I write and create media that is supposed to be countering what you deceitful little turds are up to, then come get some. Come get some. What do I have to lose anyway? So anyway, I did that and I gave up after like more than 5 minutes, but about 10 minutes because I was tired and I was like eating almonds as well because that was my lunch that day because I'm poor. So anyway, I got lots of positive feedback and I was surprised and I was like thinking about it afterwards and I was like, why does nobody ever like say anything out loud against these people? Because clearly there are a decent amount of people who are fucking sick of the little socialist turds who are always demonstrating, whose posters are like everywhere, all over this country. And I don't like that. And I don't want this to be a socialist country. And I know socialism is just a thin veil hiding the ominous specter of globalism, and that really socialism is the ideology of the international bankers, and it is what is being used to destroy our culture and to subjugate us Westerners on our homeland, as our homeland is stolen from right beneath our feet. So I'm willing to put my ass on the line. I'm willing to make a fuss. I'm willing to fight these people intellectually, physically, if it must be done. And I don't care. All I need is some support. Like my videos, share my videos, comment, let's start conversations, send my articles to people you think might agree or might strongly disagree, but help me get the word out there. I need help if I'm to stay doing this. I need to see that I'm getting somewhere so I can be thus motivated thereby. So, anyway, I don't want to sound like I'm, oh, please, begging you because I'm not. I'm saying I want to stand for things. I want to focus on this, but I don't have the motivation. I don't have the means to continue. So help me out however you can and join the conversation. That's a big part of this. So on that note, I'm going to sign out, bidding you a good day, hoping you had a Merry Christmas, and wishing you a wholesome and productive New Year in Ireland, Europe, and the rest of the Western world. Salutations.